I summon developer! Hi Katrina, how's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty well. How are
Welcome.
you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to the Butterstream studio. I've just learned that you're allergic to cats.
Typically, after a half an hour, my windpipe starts to close, but I should be good until the end of our interview, and then I'm gonna drop down dead. So
Yeah, this might be your last interview ever.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's a good one.
It's okay. I welcome the sweet embrace of death. So.
Well, why don't you tell us what you actually do?
Yeah, so I am a producer at Obsidian Entertainment, and I work on Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire.
Would you look at this? Could be a fight.
The first game I loved, you know, it's just one of those, it's one of the most D&D game I think that I've played, and it's not even a D&D franchise, like, it's like, but it feels the most true to pen and paper, old school tabletop gaming from my experience. And I was just getting into D&D personally at the time, for the first time, so it's this real joy of a game to play through.
That's it!
This game is in a whole new setting, correct?
Yes. Yeah, so it still takes place in Aora, but it's a new section of Aora called the Deadfire Archipelago. So it's a small series of islands, and in order to get from island to island, you take a ship. So you no longer have a stronghold like in the first game, but your ship is your stronghold. And so you can customize that as much as you want. You have a crew that you can assign to different slots in your ship, and then it helps you when you run into a pirate party at sea and you're fighting them.
Are we gonna get pirate stories now? Is this a pirate story adventure, basically?
It's yeah, there's definitely a good amount of pirates.
I like pirates.
They're great.
Yeah, they're great. You know what? They had terrible dental hygiene, though, pirates.
Yeah, and lots of scurvy. There's just
Yeah.
a ton of that.
Totally. And do you know pirates actually? I'm sure you know this. They didn't actually say Yar. Have you heard of You heard this? Yeah, I figured you have this. Yeah,
Yeah, the pirates in Deadfire don't say Yar.
They don't say Yar?
No.
Oh, these are true to life
But
pirates.
they're even sassier and more difficult to deal with.
Sassy pirates! We got some sassy pirates! How exciting! The thing about these games, for me, is all about those tough choices. You know, I love when a game presents you with a choice that you really struggle with, you know? It's not just like good or bad, it's like, okay, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. I really felt like that with the first game. Right from that first quest with the bear. I don't know if you remember that one?
Yep.
Like, oh man, that was just like intrigue and... so, what do you think it is? Why are we drawn to like choice consequence gaming like this?
People really like being able to play the game however they want. It's very satisfying to choose if you want to be, say, completely evil and a jerk, or if you want to make good decisions and be kind to people. So it's really interesting for people to kind of be themselves, and it motivates them, I think, to play more of these kind of choose your own adventure games.
Greetings, friend. Always, it is an honor to receive guests.
And there's a ton of choice making in Pillars 2. There's even more than the first game because you can import your Pillars 1 save. And so some of the decisions that you made in the first game will carry over into stuff that happens in the second game.
I was such a jerk in the first game. I always take the jerk option, so I'm interested to see how that plays out.
Yeah, you can either, so you can either do that, you know, or if you don't have a save from Pillars 1, if you want to, you can select kind of what happened in the first game to influence some of the stuff that happens in the second.
Let's go.
With our new companion relationship system, you could get somebody to dislike you so much that they will permanently leave your party.
Wow, okay.
So,
I love that stuff.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
really stressful.
So every
it.
single time you play the game, no matter how many times you play it, like you're gonna get a different outcome almost every single time, especially because we also have multi-classing now instead of just a single class character when you're creating. So we have 55 multi-class combinations right now. But then if you factor in subclasses, there's over 1,000 different combinations when you're creating your character.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember the first game being very deep, so it
Yeah.
sounds like this one is even going deeper.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. It must be such a challenge trying to balance so many complex systems, but I also quite like how brutal games like this can be. You know, if you haven't like quite got your class built in a way that makes sense, and then you're just getting smacked down. It's like, well, maybe you should just get a bit better at the game. I like how brutal it is.
Yeah, we're actually trying to expand the audience more than just you know, our niche like old Infinity Engine style games. So we have a difficulty that's called Storybook, and it makes you able to get through combat without struggling a lot, and it makes you really focus on the narrative and the story rather than, you know, getting your butt kicked in combat.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And
I've noticed, in the previous years, there's quite a few games that have added this kind of like, it's just, if you just want to enjoy the story, you can.
Yeah, and so if people have never played a game like this before, they can jump in and not have to worry about it being too difficult for them, and then once they get used to combat, they can increase the difficulty, and then, you know, have a more classic gaming experience.
Is there still the mode where it deletes your save file when you die? I remember that from the first game.
I believe, let's see. Do we? Yeah, we
still
do
in
have
there.
that again. Yeah, so prepare to die.
Fantastic.
Our world map in the game, when you're traveling through the Deadfire Archipelago, that's one of my favorite things, because we've added when you're traveling, of course you'll get attacked by pirate parties occasionally, and it's essentially completely open world. You can go wherever you want, although if you venture off too far and you're a low level, you will have a very difficult time.
You'll have a bad time.
You're gonna have a bad time. If you stray off the normal quest line path, you'll find these hidden islands that you didn't know were there before, and then you can find unique items, and they have completely new quests on them. So it's a whole bunch of stuff waiting to be explored, and it's a huge game.
Well, good luck with the launch. We should get you out of here, though, because I feel like my cats are actually trying to kill you. They keep edging closer.
Yeah, there's one right by my foot.
Hey,
right
that's
now,
Aphid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's really
beautiful.
cute.
Yeah,
But
she has murder in her eyes. So, yeah.
and she'll give me hives.
Well, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I banish thee!